Hello everyone, and welcome to Go Buff Yourself and Thousand Faces TTRPG presents The City of the Crimson Tower. Session 34, y'all. Woo! My name is Ethan. As always, I will be your GM, and as always, I am joined by 5 incredible human beings, friends, players, performers, storytellers, people that I am fortunate enough to convince to step away from their busy lives, some of which you can see the evidence of on the screen currently, to tell this little vampire horror story with me. Let's go around and say hi. Playing Gloria, we have Anna Margaret.
Hello.
Playing Hawthorne, we have Sally Quinn.
Hey, you guys.
Karina, played by Matty.
Hello there.
Nyne, played by Mav.
We were only supposed to steal some damn bones. That's it.
That's how it goes. And Brawk, played by Lauren.
Hi.
Before we jump into tonight's session, a few standard announcements. This is an 18+ stream. Things are gonna get bloody, so just be aware of that. You can listen to past episodes of this and Lords of Sin and Mothership and so many other things over on our actual play / narrative play podcast, Go Buff Yourself, which you can listen to anywhere that you listen to podcasts: YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever. One other special announcement for tonight. If you're looking at your screen and you are a regular follower of this little story, The City of the Crimson Tower, you might notice that the art is updated. That is because our buddy here, Sally, has been working non-stop to update everyone's art to make it look a little closer to how we currently are. And I definitely increased the size on the screen because they're so cool and they deserve it. I should just make myself smaller and the art bigger. I think those are all of my announcements. So let's go ahead and run that intro video so that we can get into session 34 of the City of the Crimson Tower. Nothing like saying good luck to your players right before jumping back live to make them feel nice and confident.
Didn't feel good.
When we left off in Valaki Hills, our 5 were investigating a mystery. The mystery of the missing bones of Saint Andrew that had been stolen from the Church of Saint Andrew here in town. Following some clues, talking to some folks, you eventually found your way to the shop of Henrik, the coffin maker. Miles, the groundskeeper of the church, had informed you all that he had, in fact, stolen the bones at the request and financial incentivization from Henrik. When you arrived at the coffin maker's shop, Henrik immediately knew why you were there and immediately confessed, begging you all to keep him safe from them. Who was them? A small clutch of vampires that had made their temporary dwelling in one of the upstairs rooms here in the coffin maker's shop. Henrik informed you exactly where they were and exactly where the bones were. Unfortunately, where the bones were apparently unbeknownst to Henrik, had been trapped. While you were able to disable one of those traps, you could not disable the noisemaker, and so a alarm system of sorts went off, and you all were quickly confronted in the upstairs kitchen area of this shop by 3 vampires. 2 emaciated-looking young men who clearly answered to the third. A woman dressed in black with silver shoulder pads, silver decorative pauldrons, and a silver mask that resembled a canine skull that covered the top half of her face. A bloody battle ensued, which started with Hawthorne almost piercing the heart of one of these vampires with a wooden stake right off the get-go. But this first encounter that you all have had with a vampire like this in a violent setting has proven that they are no easy task. With Nyne ripping the bars off the window, Gloria flying out of the window with the bag of bones in her possession, the rest of you started to engage these 3 vampires in combat. As a fire was lit, blows were exchanged, and the vampires seemed to be getting the upper hand. Karina ran down to the coffin maker's shop looking for something flammable, some varnish, paint remover, something that she could use to accelerate things. Unfortunately, her plan almost literally blew up in her hands. And as she was pursued down the stairs by the vampire in the silver mask, a brutal strike brought Karina low. And the woman booped her on the nose and said, "Don't go dying before I get back to you, okay? Bye!" And started to skip back up the stairs. Right now, as we pick back up, let me just change one thing over here on the music. That's where we left off. As we pick up, it's about 3 or 4 p.m. in Valaki Hills. Not much light ever makes it through the heavy cloud cover. And for most of the people walking around the streets right now, it seemed like a normal day. They are blissfully unaware of the chaos currently going on inside Henrik the Coffin Maker's shop on the outskirts of the city. But everyone currently outside on the streets of Valaki Hills is witness to a strange occurrence. The clouds part quickly and reveal a bright and large full moon. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The light, the fingers that stretch through the clouds of this full moon travel into one of the windows of the coffin maker's shop. And they land on a pool of blood as Karina is in here bleeding out. We hear Karina murmuring something. And as the light of the full moon grows and moves across the floor as it touches Karina, touches her hand, her hand seizes, her arm begins to spasm. It feels like a muscle spasm at first, but then, Karina, you are aware of this pain in your arm, and it is the muscles seize and spasm so intensely that you feel your bones break. and you watch as your arm stretches, elongates, the fingers growing long, coarse brown hair sprouting from your skin. Your manicured fingernails become sharp claws. Your willowy arms become packed with sinewy muscle before they are covered with dense fur. And everyone upstairs hears from down below a wolfen howl echoing through the coffin maker's shop. And that is where we pick up. We're still in the middle of combat, and we need to draw new combat cards for everyone. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? Let's get some combat music going here while we're at it. That'll do. All right. Let's deal those cards. Oh, have to reset the deck. We've gone through them all. Reshuffling, and let's see what we get. Oh, the vampires.
The war drums of death is what we get, obviously.
Better believe it. Better believe it. All right. Brawk got the Jack of Hearts, Gloria the Queen of Hearts. Damn, y'all drew well. Hawthorne, the Queen of Clubs, Nyne, the King of Diamonds, and Karina, fittingly, the Two of Hearts.
Oh, okay. You know what?
You all had already finished off one of the vampires that you were fighting as Hawthorne shoved it into the fire that had been started here in the kitchen, and it began to burn until it dissolved away into ash. The two remaining vampires got an ace and a 10, respectively. So that means our order is Nyne, Gloria, Hawthorne, Brawk, and then Karina. But one of the two remaining vampires gets to go first. The situation as we had it, the lay of the land. Karina, down on the first floor. The Gloria, out the window. The remaining three of you, Brawk was around the doorway that led from the kitchen to the bedroom, while Nyne and Hawthorne were closer to the doorway that led from the kitchen to the hall, to the stairs. Brawk?
Relevant question, is Brawk's protection still active?
Let me count the number of rounds it has been.
Armor and toughness.
Let's see how many rounds it's been. Believe you have 1 round of protection left for everyone.
Let's go, I'll take it. Let's go. Okay, so everyone, you've got the +2 points to your armor. And I did end up getting a raise. The bonus is applied to toughness instead.
So, this one remaining vampire, being closest to Nyne and Hawthorne, is going to take, as it's facing off against the two brawlers here in Nyne and Hawthorne, glances down the stairs, and you all, the two of you, can hear, getting a little bit closer up the stairs, la 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 la, I love this day. And as the vampire looks that way, looking back at you with a large grin on its face, feeling victory, feeling the tide starting to turn his way, is going to make 3 attacks. So that is, one of those is with the frenzy, so all of these will have the -2 penalty on it. I did see Hawthorne's hand.
No, you're fine. I was just wondering if this was before or after the werewolf growl and if she would have been distracted by that. But I was like just going off on a rant. You keep going. She's in the room with us. I don't want to fight her again, but I'm ready.
It is at about this time that you hear that howl. All right, so he is going to make some fighting rolls. Okay. 2 are going to go against Hawthorne, and 1 against Nyne. So first roll against Hawthorne. Does a 5 beat your parry?
No, I have a 7.
He needs to explode to hit you. Both attacks on you miss. Against Nyne. That's an explosion. For a total of a 15 versus your parry.
A 6!
6, so it beats it by 9, so it beats it by a raise. So here comes its strength plus d4 plus a d6. $13 damage compared to your toughness.
Which is a 10, so that'll be 3.
So that is just 1 level of success. So right now you are you were not shaken, so all it does is shake you.
Okay, that's cool, I guess.
Yep, you are currently shaken, but not a wound, thank the gods. That means, Nyne, you are up. Gloria's on deck. Hawthorne is after that. Remember, everyone starts with 3 bennies at minimum. Those of you keeping track of our bennies at home, we agreed on a bit of a house rule since we play shorter sessions, and we're using the Tough Choices rule. The Tough Choices rule has all of the players start with 3 bennies per session. Jokers don't provide bennies, but I get a benny every time they spend one. When we end in the middle of the fight, we're kind of playing with that a little bit, where I keep half of the bennies that I ended with, and they keep the bennies that they ended with, or 3, whichever is higher. I try to skew it in favor of the players. But that said, remember you all have bennies, and you can automatically get rid of Shaken with a benny, but you can also, for free, as a free action, try to remove it with a spirit roll.
Which is what I'm going to try and do. Because, God forbid, this place kills me. I hate it here. That's a fucking 3. You know...
3. So, that means you can spend a benny to get rid of it just for free. Well, not for free, for a benny.
Yep, gotta go ahead and get rid of that.
I was like, it's a -1, and you gotta do it. It's just horrible on your rolls.
Yep, go ahead.
Wounds hurt. Wounds hurt.
Yep, so Shaken's gone. There we go. Can I attack now?
Yes, absolutely. How many times would you like to
2,
attack?
always.
Okay.
2.
Because you have Frenzy, you can do that for free.
No, I don't have Frenzy.
Oh, not Frenzy. You have the Two-Fisted and the...
Yeah. So, swing.
And you have ambidextrous.
4.
You have such a good build.
That's a 4 for that first hit.
A 4 will not beat this vampire's parry as you swing in. Pop.
Hit it again. You are a whore. Game. Why?
Can you, so as
you
come
what's your
in,
-1 coming from? I was just curious. I'm sorry.
A
wound.
Oh, you still have a wound. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for reminding me. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
Wounds give you a -1 in Savage Worlds each.
Yep.
They're brutal. Brutal.
So, because I have a wound and I had the -1, I felt both of those. The wound that she gave, the mean lady gave me the wound, fucked my chest up. When I go to overextend to try and hit, it strains on my body and I can't fully extend and whatnot. So,
and with this, feeling that the tide is turned, this vampire is moving even faster. And Nyne and Hawthorne, you watch as it looks over your shoulder to Brawk, standing there by himself, near a window. that will bring Gloria up and Hawthorne on deck. Gloria, you ducked back into this fight briefly, fired a couple shots, did what you could do, and you have since backed out of the window, keeping the bones nice and safe.
I do think that is my priority, but I am getting a little bit concerned, especially because I did hear that wolf howl.
Yes, you did.
And I was the one that healed Karina back at the last fight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use part of my movement to peek back forward, and I am going to try to take another shot at the young vampire that went after Nyne. So I'm going to try to shoot them.
Okay. So you are coming back into the room.
Do I have to go all the way in? Can I just like...
I'll make you a deal here. Because of the way the geography of the room, just the layout, there is a chance that you can see this vampire barely without, you could just alight slightly on the ledge. So if you make me a notice check with a -3 here, and you succeed, then you can see without coming inside. If you fail, you have to come inside a little bit to get a better angle.
Okay, so 8 minus 3 is a 5.
That's a success. So you can just the toes of your shoes land on the.
I'm still in my heels. I'm expecting a date night. I was ill prepared for this.
Should.
So my heels just kind of click on the window. I'll poke my head in and take a shot.
Okay. So that is a shooting roll.
That is a 4.
Meet to beat. That is the target number for shooting. Heck yeah. Let's roll that damage.
Okay. That is 4.
Wait, why didn't it explode? Oh, it was 2d4 and one was a 3 and 1 was a 1.
I had to look at it for a second too. Yeah, so it just kind of grazes.
So, just a reminder, one of the things you can spend a Benny on is re-rolling damage dice. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just making sure you remember that is one of the things you can use it for, and you always take the best result.
You know, audience, I've got 6 bennies, so I think it would make sense maybe to try.
You got a 1 in 4 chance of one of those, or you got a 1 in 4 chance of each exploding.
Yeah, so I think this might be worth it. I will spend a benny.
All right.
Let's try it.
Not trying to pressure you, just trying to remind you.
That's slightly better. 6.
That is better because one of them exploded. Unfortunately, this thing, you fire into this, and it's a little disconcerting because you hit right shoulder, and it just thunk, and the vampire barely reacts, and you're able to follow its gaze. It is looking at Brawk like he is a juicy steak.
This really concerns me, but I'm also really, really concerned about the wolf howl. So I'm gonna kind of look at you, Brawk, and be like, "Are you good? Are you okay?" And so then I'm gonna actually use the rest of my movement. I'm a much more eloquent flyer than I am at walking, and I'm going to leave my position and go down so I can peek in, hopefully through one of the windows on the bottom floor to try to figure out what's going on down there. So I'm going to use the rest of my movement
100%
to go down and get as close to the window as I can.
You can absolutely make it to a window, no problem. They are slightly barred and dirty, so could you make me a notice check to see if you can see anything? There's no penalty here, it's just 4.
I can't really see. It's a little bit too foggy.
You see movement behind the dirty glass. You also see the orange and flickering movement of flame in here. So what you're seeing,
honey.
it's really hard to make anything out because you just see movement and you hear and see the uneven light cast by the fire in here.
I'm gonna grab my handkerchief and I'll just hope next turn I can do a little more.
As
That's
you
it
come
for me.
down lower, Ira and Father Lucian and Henrik are also all out here. And Ira starts to run forward to you with Father Lucian grabbing their wrist to stop them from getting all the way to you. Gloria, what's going on? Where is everyone?
Oh, darling, it's pretty bad, actually. Are there other people on the street?
So, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, the coffin maker's shop is near, like, the almost warehouse district here. And so it is not in a very high traffic area. And the entrance is facing away from the street, so you've got some distance. There aren't too many people around.
Hypothetically, if the creatures that we were trying to, have the bones to avoid, if there were, like, say, 3 of them attacking, that might be what's happening.
My favorite part is at first, I was unsure whether you were talking to me as the DM or to them, and then I realized, and it was beautiful.
I don't want to get in trouble for, malicious unhappiness. I'm trying to be vague. We're not supposed to say the word. Try my best.
Ira turns to, as you say, this hypothetical that's definitely happening. Ira turns to Father Lucian. Let go of me! We have to get in there and help them!
No, actually, I absolutely don't think you should go in there. I do think, though, maybe perhaps if you two could take something from me and get back to the church, that might be a good move.
Yes, of course. And not letting go of Ira's wrist, Father Lucian joins you as well. Ira just looking at the building, Lucian looking at you.
I'm going to have a moment of soul searching and try to determine if it makes sense to send them without protection to the church, or if I think I should go with them and abandon my friends.
It's an interesting conundrum.
And I'll think about this as I pass the turn.
Perfect. Hawthorne is up. Brawk is on deck.
So first Hawthorne, well, he's pretty much mainly just looking at this guy. Saw Gloria try and shoot at him, but he's just watching this guy, and so he will just sidesteps right into the line of sight between him and Brawk to where he is only looking at me, and he can no longer even see Brawk. And then he is going to charge at him with his horns. He's going to make 2 attacks if he can. If the lady is in the doorway, he's going to go first because he has frenzy. He's going to go first and attack the first guy, but then he's going to try and attack her too by shoving them both out into the hallway towards the werewolf that he just heard about.
So, absolutely. One of the cool things about Savage Worlds, there aren't attacks of opportunity. So you can absolutely move to one, make the attack, move to the other, and make the attack. So that's 100%.
Could I do it like both with my horns as I charged in line, like to line them up?
Sure, let's go with that. Heck yeah. It still counts as 2 separate attacks for attacking them, but you have frenzy, so you can absolutely do that. So yeah, first roll is going to be against the vampire closest to you, and the second will be against the woman in the silver mask.
And it's just straight fighting, right?
Fighting, please. And it's compared to their parry, which his is a 6.
I'm going to spend 1 Benny to re-roll it.
Okay. That was well spent. From
an
a
8.
3 to an 8, a Benny well spent. So that is a hit. It's not a raise, but it is a hit.
Not a
so
raise.
Roll me damage.
Okay, and I get +2 on damage.
Yes, you do, from Champion. And this is versus his toughness, which, at this point, got no problem telling you, his toughness is a 9.
11.
11 beats his 9, but not by a raise, so this vampire is shaken. Which means I will have to try to get rid of it or spend one of my resources to get rid of it before he can do anything again. As you ram into him, pushing him into the wall out here in the hallway, you are able to turn your momentum and carry it towards the other vampire. Go ahead and make your fighting roll against her. Ooh!
A 10.
A 10 beats her parry of 7, but not by a raise. So standard damage.
Okay. At least I pray. Okay.
She, I will let you know, has a lower toughness.
A 10. Oh, is that? Yeah, I guess 10.
10. Yes. So her toughness is a 5, which means you beat her toughness by a raise. So she is wounded once and shaken. Could you please describe how you wound her?
So as I come barreling through, bringing the one vampire in who's kind of already damaged a little bit, I turn because I've heard the howl and I see the fire behind her, and my rage is just pissed because everyone is so split up and I don't know what's happening with anyone. And I just sort of strain on horn and bring the other guy with me with my hand, shoving them both down the stairs as I go. So I'm actually probably on the stairs with them right now, aren't I?
Yeah, more. You're at the top of the stairs, but yes.
I'm a little worried. They're on fire at the moment. I'm just a tad worried about that, but yeah.
It's fair. It's very fair. Okay. You come charging out into her, and that brings Brawk up.
Ah! Okay. So, Brawk is standing by this window, right? There's no visible threat in the room currently, right?
No longer in the room.
Got it. Okay, so he is going to be with his back to the window. He just kind of looks, and then he goes to step forward, slightly falls back a little bit, catching himself in the pain, and then walks over to where he can hear some commotion, and cast protection again, because I can hear it, but I don't want to go down there.
Okay, so you are casting protection again. On whom?
So do I need? It doesn't say that I need line of sight.
No.
Do I just think
Not
about
really.
him? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give it to.
What it does have is a range, and the range is small range, so they have to be like within like 15 or so feet of you when you cast this, which means you could get Hawthorne and Nyne. Actually, right. Hawthorne you would have to step forward for.
We're doing
Nyne
that.
You could get now. Okay, so you move closer
because
to the
I can
kitchen
hear
door.
Snarling, scratching, moving around, the firing of a gun. Like, I can't. And he'll take his vials and he'll focus on both of you, and it's almost as if something were thrown at your feet and the dust just wafts up and you feel roughly 2 points stronger.
Roughly 2 points stronger. So you have to roll.
What is that? Up
you
our
have to roll
toughness
first.
or parry?
Yes, it does. It ideally will up your toughness. So
you have to roll your alchemy to see how much it improves things. See, this is why we roll, because it's significantly do great.
10.
So not only does it give you +2, it is +2 applied to your toughness. So Nyne and Hawthorne, your toughness goes up by 2 each. Now it's not permanent. It's not permanent. So, but for now, we're looking good. All right.
And then he's gonna just and shake and brace himself in a doorway. ready for what's coming.
Okay. In that case, that is going to bring up Silver Mask Vampire. She is going to do 3 things this round. Each will be done only with a -2 penalty because of Frenzy, because 2 of those things are attacks. She is going to be making 2 attacks on Hawthorne, but first, she is going to try to activate a power. See if she can. Let's make a spell casting roll for her. Okay. Oh, so we have that roll, but actually before she does anything, she gets to do something for free. So let me make another roll for her. Oh, damn. Okay. Nothing happens there. Nothing happens there. But she did succeed her spell casting roll. So, could I please... Oh.
I can't dispel this, correct?
Not as a reaction. You might be able to if you have a power that lets you do that on your turn using Dispel. You could absolutely on your turn, just not yet.
Fantastic. Thank you.
She, from where Hawthorne pierced this vampire with his horns, she takes just a little bit of the... She takes just a little bit of the blood, slightly coagulated blood, and lifts it, and it stretches across 3 of her fingers, and she looks at it. And they separate into 3 globules of floating blood that dart forward, and Hawthorne, it hits you first as the blood right into your eyes. Hawthorne, Brawk, and Nyne, the 3 of you, because it used a medium radius blast template for this, and it affects everyone in there, are partially blinded as blood sprays into your eyes. You each have a -2 penalty to all actions requiring sight. You can try to shake it off at the end of your turns with a vigor roll. Make sense?
Hate it here!
Blood just flying into all of your eyes, and Hawthorne, you just hear, I'll deal with her later, but you first. And is going to make 2 attacks at you with a -2. An 8, Hawthorne, versus your...
Nope, I have a 9.
Your parry is a 9?
It was a 7, and my lovely,
your
wonderful
toughness.
Brawk made
Your
it. Oh, fuck!
toughness increased.
Yeah.
Your parry is still
Oh,
a 7.
my parry. It's still a 7, then, yep.
Okay, so it does hit, but doesn't get a raise.
I got so excited!
It was so close.
Yes.
It doesn't get a raise.
I know it was. So close.
Oh, that was almost a lot more damage. Only 6, which, like you said, does not beat your toughness. Second.
Oh, that's nice.
Second attack at you, again with a -2. That one won't do it. That's a 1. And I had to spend a penny to get rid of her shaken status. That is the end of her turn, which brings up Karina.
Okay. My first question is, do I get the frenzy bonus as well?
Don't believe that's one of the things that was on the thing that I sent you.
Okay, I need to double check. I don't remember. No, that is okay.
Okay, no, that's vampires. That's not you.
As vampires. Okay, sick. So, as this change completes and she pitches forward onto her two front legs at this point, her spine cracking in place as the tattered remains of her dress fall to the ground, she's going to pitch up the stairs and try to bite and claw that giggling vampire.
Okay.
So
How
I'm
many
gonna do
attacks?
Two attacks, so it'd be at -2.
-2. Yep.
Cool.
And these are fighting rolls.
Do I use the fighting roll, or yes, I do.
What's wild that she's doing all this shit and we can't see a goddamn thing. I think that's hilarious.
Give it time, you will.
What the fuck, bro?
I do realize that means I have like a -4 to a D4, but you know what?
No.
That's fine.
Because while in your werewolf form, you have the fighting ability if you check your sheet.
Yeah, but I've got 2 wounds.
Oh, 2 wounds and the multi-action penalty. So yeah, you need to explode here, which you did.
Still only got a 3.
3
one.
will not beat her parry.
Try again. No, I'm not going to hit those 2.
All right.
But I am going to be on top of her, just snarling and drooling on to her face.
Mm-hmm. Just as you leap onto her back and just start to try to shred, and even as you leap on, she does not give under your weight. And as you try to shred her, she turns around and flips you off of her back onto the ground, skidding. My lady told me about you. That will mean we have to redraw some cards, y'all. Let's do it. There we go. All right, for this round, Brawk got an 8 of diamonds, Gloria 9 of clubs, Hawthorne 10 of spades, Nyne 7 of diamonds. One of the vampires got a king of spades, one of the vampires got a jack of diamonds, and Karina again got a 2.
Okay, seriously, every round of this combat, I have
It's only
been
been
last.
2 rounds so far.
Last session too.
All right, the male vampire up here goes first. I'm going to make a free vigor check to see if he can get rid of shaken. He does not, so I have to spend a Benny, bringing me back down to 3. Damn it. He runs past 9 and is... I see something. Yep, here we go. He's going to try to grapple Brawk. So, Brawk, could you please make me an athletics roll, please? That's a critical failure.
Bad.
1 and a 1 on each
Bad.
die, which means you can't even spend a Benny to re-roll it.
Oh my god.
9, as you have blood in your eyes and your everything is blurry and red and painful, you see as this vampire darts past you and grabs Brawk by the throat and begins to run with you, Brawk, out of the kitchen to the bedroom and to the window. And that is where he stops his turn. And Gloria, from down below, as you're thinking this, you hear Brawk from above screaming, and as you look, you see one of these vampires stick his head out of the window, and Brawk just like a rag doll getting moved along against his own will. That is his turn. That brings up the other vampire. She, after flipping Karina, wolfed out Karina off of her, jumps onto the wall and runs kind of spiral on the wall and then on the ceiling, dropping around on the opposite side of Hawthorne. And is going to... Let me check one thing. There we go. Try to push you down the stairs. Could you please, Hawthorne, make me a strength roll? This is contested. Oh, that was the wrong one. Still an 11 there. But also should have rolled a d6. Okay. All right, so currently I am at a 12. And
Why did it roll a second for me?
the d6? That was me. That was me. That wasn't.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
Yeah.
It says Hawthorne. That's why.
Yeah, that's
got
because I had you
confused. Okay.
selected when I rolled it. It was stupid. All right, so you have a 7 currently.
No, you're fine. 7.
Now,
Mhm.
just a reminder, you can use your Benny to re-roll something and keep the best result. So do you want to, because I have a 12 currently. That means she's currently beating you with a raise. Do you want to try
Fine. We'll try one, Benny. We'll try.
Okay. GM is sitting at 4.
Way worse.
We're still at a 7.
7.
Still at a 7. Do you want to spend any more, or do you want to accept
No!
it? Okay!
You're like a salesman trying to get them out of us. No.
Damn right.
No.
You, as again, you are wiping the blood from your face. Bye-bye. Push. And you get shoved between your shoulder blades and go stumbling down the stairs until you feel yourself collide with something very big and furry. That is her turn. And that's going to bring Hawthorne up, then Gloria, then Brawk.
At this moment, Hawthorne can't see anything. He knows like where he is. He's obviously on the stairs. He knows that there's a big howl that happened and something furry is behind him, and he has not seen Karina for a long time. He's trying to put it all together, and so as he turns around, because he's still blind, he puts his hands on the werewolf because he doesn't know what's going on, and he's gonna go, Karina, is that you? Trying to see if she is sentient, like if she can talk while in werewolf form.
No words. If you wish to growl instead,
Okay.
Matty, feel free. I was just trying to give you a deep one.
No, I'm not gonna growl. It's. You can imagine the growl.
Just use the theater of the mind.
Use the theater. Of the mind.
It's the intense werewolf growl that you would hear
Yeah.
echoing in your ears for miles.
It's like one of those commands with the little Aztecs around it, so it's just like werewolf growl.
Yeah.
Insert werewolf growl here.
Yeah.
At the moment, Hawthorne would not fight this creature in front of him. He knows that the problem is the vampires. He doesn't know who this is. He's hoping it's Karina, but he's going to go. okay, you're doing great. And he's gonna turn around and start walking back towards Brawk because he knows Brawk is in trouble. And so he's blind, so he's just like, this is all I can do. I know there's a fire that way because it's hot, and I know what this way pertains, so he's gonna start walking back.
I just love the idea of Hawthorne bumping into, like, just, oh, Pat, my goodness, you have grown.
Oh, hello.
What
Yes,
large
okay.
eyes
I'm gonna
you
go
have,
this
Karina.
way. Good luck over here. You really are hairy these days.
All
Just
right.
kind of blind.
So you start heading back up the stairs. You can still do things. You just have a -2. You're not wholly blind. It's just like, you know, like you have blood in your eyes.
Hawthorne will probably take like a very angry stance of being on all fours and sort of like thrashing himself forward with his horns, kind of just trying to take up the whole area, trying to hit anything because he knows nobody might be in front of him. So, and he's going to do that all the way to the door.
So just like a charging run in case there
a charging run, sort of like trying to make sure nobody can attack me while doing this.
So
because I'm trying to make it to the room.
I'm going to be on the player's side here and say that because you're doing just like a blind charge, I don't know if that requires sight. So you can just make me your standard fighting roll. I'm good with it. And if you're just just doing one, or you're doing 2 because you have frenzy, and you might as well.
Well, I'm still blind, so yeah, I might as well just do 2 attacks. How far can I get? I can't get to where the vampire is with Brawk, though, because that thing can travel pretty far.
But you can
that thing can travel
get
really
to
far.
the woman at the top of the
female
stairs.
vampire.
So if you're doing 2, here will be my compromise. Doing a little, rule of cool. No penalty on the first one, -2 on the second one.
Okay.
Just because the second one would be needing line of sight, because what that would be, or sight, because what that would be is hitting and then trying to hit that same target again. So then you're trying to see it, but no penalty for the first one.
The first one was a 4.
A 4? Do you want to keep it? Because that is not a hit.
I have to keep it. I only have one. I only have 1 Benny. I have to keep it.
Okay. All right. Take a Benny for that interaction that you did with Karina. That made me laugh, so that deserves a Benny.
Fine, then I'll use a Benny then.
Oh, okay. Since you had to.
I took and gave it away. Okay. Because I don't have any penalties on this. This was the only one that I can.
It's true. It's the smart one to do it on. Oh, so not better. So still at a 4.
Nope, not better. Yep.
All right. Second attack.
And then
this one's
the
with a
second one
-2.
with a -2.
All you need is an explosion here. Oh, crit failure.
I am blind as a bat, and I run straight into a wall.
It makes
because
sense.
I'm too freaked out. I'm trying so hard to get to Brawk.
All right, and that tracks to me. Gloria. Speaking of Brawk, you see him above you.
Oh wait, question. Do I roll
yeah.
to get rid of my blindness at the end of my turn?
Yes, vigor check, please.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, thank you so much for remembering that.
Of course it doesn't. Well, now it's 6.
Gone. You manage to, after missing here, just take a second, wipe your eyes with the back of your sleeves and get the blood fully out of your eyes. All right.
I
now,
look at
Gloria.
Brawk, and I think, oh no, this is bad. So I'm gonna close the distance now between Father Lucian and Ira, and I am going to kind of take my messenger bag, and I'm gonna hand it to Ira, and as I hand it to them, I'm going to wave my hands, and as I do, little gold sparkles come out a little bit, and with my whispered words, I'm going to conceal any arcana that's on the bag for about an hour, just to try to minimize any chance that they know that we have them or whatever. And so I'm going to whisper, and as the gold hits the bag, it's like a normal bag, just like any old bag. And I'm going to look at Ira and say, all right, you should get this bag back to the church, like now. Okay? Do you think you guys could do that? This is just a totally normal bag. And then I'm going to whisper to Ira, the bones are in the bag. Like, go, go, go.
First, could you, incredible take a Benny, for a brilliant strategy there with conceal, and could you make me a occult roll?
That is a 4.
Success, barely, but a success. So as you cast this and you pass this over, Father Lucian to Ira, "Come, my child, this is no place for us. We must away. Follow me." And they go hustling, and Henrik has a moment where, like, my sharp, as the smoke has started to
Darling,
rise.
I'm trying my best, but you put us in a really bad situation, okay? And then, I'm gonna fly again, because I'm not a very fast walker, but I'm a little bit better at flying. So I'm going to lift up a little bit into the air and look at the vampire holding Brawk. And can I get a clear shot, or will I have to move?
So here's the thing. If you're going to, in Savage Worlds, we have to announce all the actions
So I'll have to
we're
wait
taking.
till my next time.
Or, well, here's the trade-off. If we want, we can retcon a little and say that
That's okay. I think it's more important that we save the bones.
Okay.
And so it's
Well,
okay.
what I was going to say was
my
it would just be a -2 on your occult, so it would have failed, so you would have had to
It's
re-roll it. Okay, cool.
I
But
think
yes,
that I already
you
did an
will.
action, but I am going to put my hands on my hips and be in the air.
Okay.
Sort of near. Well, I can move though. So what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to do is, instead of just going up, I am going to position myself under, so I could potentially try to catch Brawk
Perfect.
if he fell down
And
towards
at the
me.
same time, getting a bead on the vampire, trying to wait for your moment where you could potentially get a shot next round.
Yeah, great, cool. That's what I do. I'm so strong. Brawk, you have nothing to fear at all. Definitely don't have super thin bones because I fly. Everything's fine. All right, we got this. That's
I
it.
am super convinced. Brawk is up. Nyne is on deck. So Brawk, you
Uh-oh.
are currently still grappled.
Yep.
I'm below
Doing
you.
a bit of hi, oh glory. Close your mouth, I gotta throw up. How do I get out of that? How do I stop? How do I not have grapple? How do I
You
not do that?
can
I don't
make
wanna do that.
a
I don't wanna hug.
contest. You can make a contested athletics check to break out.
Let's go.
But hold on.
Huh.
This is not a free action. This is one of your actions. Are you going to want to try to do anything else this turn, or are you putting all of your effort into this?
I have a question.
Hit me.
Because I, me being close danger, I fight things. But can Brawk just shoot that thing in the gut? Like, how does that work with firearms and close range attacks? Like,
hold on. Actually, I have the rules here.
I'd love to know
for
that. Also,
One
really?
second.
Shoot a stake in the heart.
Mhm. Here we go. Ranged
I left
weapons
my stake in the other guy.
guy.
What?
Heroes may fire ranged weapons when engaged in melee with a few caveats. If attacking a non-adjacent, the attacker becomes vulnerable. The attacker may only use a power or a one-handed ranged weapon while in melee. So, yeah, with a pistol, you can absolutely still do that.
no disadvantage?
No, there's no disadvantage in this game.
Okay.
There's just the penalties, but there is no penalty imposed by that. Brawk is simply currently what is known as entangled, which also makes him vulnerable, but it doesn't impact his ability to attack.
So, in that regard, so this vampire comes from. This is the closest he's been in physical contact
Mm-hmm.
with a vampire. It's always wolves with this guy. So this is a new beast, and he's putting his arms up, trying to keep his face away from the vampire's face, and he just realizes he's not going to be able to overpower the vampire. So he's just going to, as quickly as he can, grab one of his vials and smash it right in the center of this guy's body and cast Burst.
Burst, okay. I love it.
Which will manifest as a smoke and then flame.
Now, is this the only thing you are doing, or are you also trying to break out of the grapple?
I think this is the only thing I'm
Okay.
gonna do.
Just needed to know to see if there was any penalty. So if you could make me an alchemy roll, please, to activate your power.
Barely.
Yeah, because those were 5s on the die, and you have a -1 because Brawk currently has a wound, so it had that penalty. But that is a success. So let's go ahead and roll 2d6 damage, and remind me, your burst is fire damage, right?
It sure is.
All right, cool. 2d6 fire
So
damage.
when he smashes this thing against, it's like a smoke that just erupts into this blue flame that immediately goes into that orange swirl and engulfs this guy.
Incredible.
This freaking thing!
The concoction, the reaction that occurs as you shatter this, the smoke grows so hot that it sets itself alight, and you deal how much damage?
9 damage.
9. That is equal to his toughness, so he is shaken.
I'm not stuck in here with you.
Now.
You're stuck in here with me.
Take a Benny. And speaking of Benny, just a reminder, you can re-roll damage to see if you want to try to get higher, to see if you can beat his toughness by a raise and deal a wound. You would still keep this result no matter what. It's just, do you want to spend a Benny to try?
I mean, I kind of have that little, a gamble. But no, I think I'm not going to be greedy with this. I don't think Brawk would be. I would be, but Brawk would not.
Okay. So, shaken
Count his blessings.
as you are so close to getting pushed out of or pulled out of a window. You pull this vial, smash it over the vampire's head. The black smoke erupts in flame and begins to burn the flesh away. That is Brawk's turn. Nyne is up and Karina's on deck. Yeah, Hawthorne?
Just a reminder to roll for blindness.
Thank you, because that was Brawk also. So you can make a vigor roll, Brawk, to try to get rid of the blindness that you have. Or not blindness, the penalty. Partial blindness. Well, yeah.
9.
9 will get rid of it. So as you get just a second, you manage to... the tears just eventually clear the blood out, and you're able to wipe it away. And that will bring Nyne up, who is still partially blinded.
So here's the fun part, because you said a fun little thing and a fun little words, and I like words. Can I make a notice check to smell the burning flesh?
Sure.
Because I'm partially blinded, so I know where to go. I
Sure.
heard Brawk screaming.
Sure. Make me a notice check.
That's an 8.
8, so success with a raise. Not only do you smell it, you know what direction it's coming from.
Cool, we're going straight for it.
Okay.
And what is it? Fuck it. 2 attacks.
And with that success with a raise here, I will say that you are able on this round to use your sense of smell to guide your attacks, so no penalty.
Boom. Let's go. Don't hold me. 4.
4, you manage to make contact, but can't get too much in there because, again, you're partially blind right now. You're fighting off of smell. That doesn't beat the vampire's parry, but you get a second attack. There we go!
Fuck yes, please, Jesus! Oh, oh! I'm hitting. I don't even care. Just fucking hit. Do something.
So that is a 10. after that
yes.
explosion. So that beats his
Yeah.
parry by 4. So that's a success
Oh.
with a raise. So go ahead and roll
fuck.
your damage and roll it with a raise so you get that extra d6 of damage in there.
Oh, so let me roll a d6.
Yep, go ahead and roll a d6. You're already at 10 from your 2 d10s.
15 points of damage.
Well, great teamwork, Brawk and Nyne, because Brawk just shook this vampire, which means that, I mean, you did actually beat his toughness by a raise anyway. But you didn't even need the raise in terms of damage to deal a wound here. So, even though you can't fully see what happens, could you paint us a picture, Nyne, what happens here?
So with the first attack, like I feel I tag him and I know he's there. So with every bit of ounce of strength that I have, and because I can't see but Brawk can, my other fist just glows gold. And I just strike him up his back, claw him up his back to the point where he goes, "Ah!" And all of his back meat is shown. And I say to him, "Get your fucking hands off my boy." And then I'm gonna clean my eyes with out the blood on my eyes so I can fucking see.
Love it. Make me a vigor
Which
check,
one
please.
is that? Vigor. Yep.
Vigor, please.
I don't think I've ever had to roll. Oh, you are a whore. You know
Hey,
what?
at least it didn't do that to you on your damage.
Yep. It's fine. It's still in my eyes.
So a 2, yeah, you're too focused on the task in front of you right now to the point, and you're utilizing your sense of smell so intensely that I think for a second you forget that you're partially blind and you don't even bother.
It's
That-
okay. I'm right there behind him.
That brings up Karina.
So currently, who is closer to me? Vampire or
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne? Hawthorne. I guess I'm in the look out for some beef. She's going to make her way back up the stairs after being kicked down and pounce onto Hawthorne's back and attempt to sink her teeth into him.
Let's go. I love it.
Wait,
Yes, I knew she would attack me. I knew that she was
Wait.
going to.
now is not the time for a piggyback ride or a snack.
It's a good snack.
Yes, let's do it.
Beef is the best snack. Okay.
Obviously, she doesn't. She's not herself. I tried to talk to her. She didn't talk back.
I only got a 2.
On the first
But
attack, so
I'm
that's
going
definitely
to
not going to
use-
beat Hawthorne's parry.
Well, I only
Oh, you
I
were doing
only
one
used one
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I am
can
going to
spend
try
a
to fight
Benny?
him again. So I'm going to use a Benny.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I won't
You
count
just had
that.
to
I
try
won't count
again to
that
jump on
towards-
me and eat me?
I won't count that towards adding a
It's
Benny
beef.
for me.
Beef is like the best meat. Okay.
because
But
it's an
she's going
enemy.
to still be next to him, attempting to bite into his skin and just not getting past the hide. But she will be there.
just ferociously trying to tear into Hawthorne, but unfortunately, Hawthorne is an experienced fighter. And sometimes
Hawthorne has his
experience
arm
and
out,
tactics-
just holding on to her.
just keeping her at bay.
Yes. He's like, Karina! My god, damn girl!
That brings us to the end of that round of combat. So, why don't we go ahead and take our break here? We're going to be taking about a 10-minute break, just so you all know ahead of time. Music will be on, but we're going to be taking about a 10-minute break, and then we're going to be coming back because we may only have one vampire left, but we are definitely not done. So we will see you all in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere, y'all.
What happened with your dick?
Guess you're gonna have to riot, Aaron, because I got a shirt
Bring
on.
it, bitch.
Sorry, Deaf
Right.
Not Shrodes.
We tried.
I need a lot more subs here before I do a Buff
You heard it here
DM
first,
shirtless
folks.
stream. I'll say if we get, a consistent like 60, I'll do a nice stringer. We get a consistent 100 subs, baby, I'll do
You
a
go buff
shirtless
yourself,
stream for
pasties.
you. I can do that, unfortunately, because the world is sexist. All right, so while we were on break, we went ahead and drew our action cards. Karina is maintaining her theme of going last, but it was a 4 this time, not a 2. But our PC order is Brawk, Nyne, Gloria, Hawthorne, and Karina. The one remaining vampire, because Nyne did in fact shred that other vampire enough that it started to scream, and where it had been grabbing you, Brawk, from chest outward, it begins to dissolve away into ash until the arm is no longer attached to a torso and just clings to your neck until you either pull it off or it also dissolves away into ash.
Oh my god.
But the one remaining vampire, she is going to leave Hawthorne behind and is going to run at Nyne. She has enough movement to do that. Let me check her pace. Yes, barely. Oh, I don't want to roll her pace die. I don't want -2. So, she's going to do 3 things.
I don't know if it's relevant, but she still has her trait lowered. Because that's 5 rounds, and I lowered something of hers. Might be
Yes.
relevant, might not.
I
Just a
believe
thing.
that has gone, or I have that taken into account on here. That's why her toughness is a little worse, I believe, if memory serves. Let me double check that. Yeah. All right.
I put in my notes trait lowered, but didn't mention what trait. So love that you know.
Pretty sure it's still taken into account on here. I know it won't affect what she's doing right now. Nyne, could you please make me an opposed strength check? Because she is going to take 3 actions. She's going to try to push, and then she's going to make 2 attacks. So that means she's going to have a -2 on everything she does. Holy crap. She rolled a 2, even with a D12 being one of those. But Nyne, you're currently at a 1. So right now, she's succeeding. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and spend a Benny preemptively. She's going to do that again.
Same. Yeah, same.
There. So that's an 8 for her now.
Cool.
Okay. So what'd you get after spending a Benny?
A 10, and I guess it exploded.
A 10. So you're currently winning. She's at an 8. You spent a Benny to do that. I'll spend another Benny to see if I can beat my 8. Still with a -2. I'll spend one more. She really wants this. One more, why not? Yeah, I'm spending a ton. This is going to take me down to 2 bennies left. Not doing it. An 8 won't succeed. So, she comes charging at you and tries to push you, but you only get pushed an inch or so. Manage to stop her momentum. And she is going to make 2 attacks on you. Oh, I think that was cocked, but that's a -1. That'll fail. 3. I'll spend one more Benny, taking me down to 1 to try to make this attack. 6 compared to your parry?
My parry is a 6.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
so she does, after, what was that? 5 total bennies spent this round, is going to get to roll damage. It only meets to beat, so no raising here. Oh, but my D4 exploded 3 times. So even though I didn't get much on my D12, that brings it up to a total of 20 points of damage. What's your toughness currently?
It's a +2. Don't forget, you have a +2 on that.
I had to
And
remember
so-
where I was. I wanted you to know that. Remember where I was for a minute. My toughness is a 10.
Okay, so it beats it by 10. So that is 2 levels of success. So right now that would shake you and deal a wound. Do you want to spend a Benny to try to absorb this damage with a soak roll?
Yep. I got 1 Benny left. So yeah, we're gonna do it.
Okay, vigor check, please.
Spend it.
Boom.
4.
A 4. So that takes it from 2 levels of success to only 1, so you are simply shaken.
What I want to do is when she hits me with that claw, with her, I guess her claws, right? Her hands?
Yes, yes.
Cool. I'm just gonna grab it and lean into it and look, because I can't see anyway. So it's like, hey, yeah, I can't. Hey, you're not gonna make it out of here. You know that, right? Just stay right here. I'm gonna take care of you.
And correction, you aren't shaken because you removed all of the wounds that were coming your way. So you aren't even shaken. Incredible
Ooh.
job. Okay.
Would he roll for blindness to get rid of it again, or does he have to get
That's
rid
at the
it
end
a
of
different
his
way?
turn. This was her turn.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
okay, gotcha. Thank
So
you.
that brings up, no, great question. That brings up Brawk. Nyne is on deck, and then Gloria.
Okay, so can you describe to me what is in Brawk's immediate vicinity that's going on? 'Cause
Nyne
I
is
know
right
that
next to you.
There we go.
You are right at the window of the bedroom. Gloria, you managed to catch sight of right below the window. Nyne is right next to you, and right next to him, with Nyne between you, is that vampire with the silver canine mask on her face.
Okay, and obviously Brawk has just pushed this vampire away from him, but knows he isn't strong enough to either push him out of the window or push him out of the way.
There is no him left. There's only this one vampire. There's only her left.
This one vampire. Her left. Sorry.
Mhm.
The masked one.
Mm-hmm. And she looks at you and Nyne. I wonder which of your friends would taste the best. Who do you think? Wait until you see what one of you has become. Oh, you're going to love it.
I just want to push her, shut up, but I'm not going to do that, because Brawk wouldn't do that. Lauren would. And I think he's going to use his superpower of hypervigilance and being able to clock everything that's going on around him. It's zoom to the mask, zoom to Hawthorne, who is, how many wounds do you have right now?
Me? I don't have any wounds.
Oh, thank goodness.
No, Nyne has
the
wounds.
one.
Yeah, you all have wounds.
Yes.
You've protected me quite lovely. I'm just
Lovely.
fending off a werewolf at the moment.
Yeah, so shifts over, fur flying, horns moving, Nyne here bleeding, Gloria too far. Gonna heal Nyne.
Okay. Let's go ahead
Shit.
and
Because I'm
make an
Let's do
alchemy check first and foremost. Boom.
Let's go. Got that raise.
Yes, you did. So that means that as you pop the cork on one of your little vials and pour it onto the wound that Nyne had taken from one of these vampires. Just the wound just begins to knit closed, though still leaves that, gray, shiny flesh. Might be a scar. Maybe it'll fade.
I got a new scar. I love it.
I don't know. And he just puts his hands up to his face and closes his eyes with his fingers. I don't know what to do. And he kind of sinks down against the wall, and covers his ears and begins to shake.
And Nyne is no longer wounded. Speaking of, Nyne, you are up. Gloria's on deck.
Cool, we're gonna go ahead and just strike this bitch like twice.
Let's do it.
I really hate it here and I want to go home.
I think that's fair.
Okay, fuck me. All right. That one didn't hit.
All right. Oh.
That one did. That's a 15 with raise, I think. Raise, you did?
Ooh. So that is a 15 versus her 7. So you beat by 8. So that is a success with 2 raises.
Cool.
But it still only deals 1d6 extra damage. Let's see how much you do.
I don't care. 7 and then... So 10 points of damage.
Where did... Oh, the d6 from the raise. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
10 points of damage versus her toughness of 5. That is enough to deal that is a success with a raise. So she is shaken and takes a wound here. What wound does she take? How do you attack her?
Oh, I'm ripping her chest out. I want to gash that shit open to where her heart is shown. That is what I want. Because I still have her hand, and I'm going to just rip open her rib cage.
You start tearing at her flesh, and you can, you reveal the ribs beneath her left breast as you tear away here. And she looks down. Let's see what you look like on the inside.
Quite lovely. I've already seen my insides. Okay? They've already seen it.
That will bring up Gloria. Hawthorne's on deck, and then Karina. Oh, yeah. Second attack.
I gotta get rid of it. No,
no.
That was the second attack. I gotta get rid of that. Which was it?
The luckily, the -2 from your blood, from the blood in your eyes, would not have changed. I don't think anything, because that would have brought you to a 13. So her parry, that would have beaten her parry. Yeah, still would have been the same result. Okay. Yep. But yes, vigor check to try to wipe the blood out of your eyes. 6. Success. Managed to, after dealing this wound, gives you enough space, enough time to rub it out of your eyes. You can now see clearly again. Gloria's up, Hawthorne, and then Karina.
I flap my wings and I come back up to the window, and there's like a part of me that doesn't want to be there, but I'll step up onto the windowsill over the vampire, careful to try to not get any blood on my stockings. And then with shaking hands, I'll load my crossbow. I'm going to try to make one shot at the remaining vampire.
Let's do this. Just looking for a 4 on this shooting roll. Huh? Well, Jesus.
Okay, so we wasted the good roll on this with a 21.
See, this is Savage Worlds, y'all. That D6 exploded 3 times here. A 6, a 6, a 6, a 3, and then a 4 on the other D6. So 21 here. Incredible. So yeah, that hits with multiple raises. It only adds 1d6 either way, but please roll that damage with a raise. Her toughness is 5.
So that's an 8. but I have 6 spinnies, so I'm going to spin one to just see.
Okay.
So that's a 17. I'm going to take that one.
Very good gamble. So from beating her toughness with 1 degree of success to beating her toughness with 3 degrees of success, she's going to make some vigor checks here to try to absorb the 3 wounds that are coming her way. So she needs a 12 in total to not take any wounds here. That's a fail. That takes me down to 2. Gonna try again.
Are you feeling a little malaise? Are you maybe a little fatigued?
Well, with a 23 on
I was hopeful, maybe?
check, she, as you fire this shot, she manages to, because that was such a raging success, before I say what I'm about to say, let me say this is narrative and not mechanical. She took this wound from Nyne and so was looking forward and saw you come into view in the window and lower your crossbow and fire. She reaches forward, grabs a hold of Nyne's bomber jacket and pulls him into the way of the shot. And you feel a bolt impact into your left rear delt as she looks over your shoulder.
I had wild successes on both my shot and the... I'm going to stomp my foot at her.
Take a Benny for the foot stomp.
You want to stop what you shot me?
I did not!
Oh!
That
actually, I feel like if you're going to get to, like, do that thing where she can grab him, then I would like to use my last power points to deflect the missile. My own missile.
I will... Here's what I'll say. Roll me the occult check. This won't cost you power points. This will be purely narrative since mine was purely narrative.
6.
So it is a rapid fire, split second series of events. You fire, she grabs, pulls Nyne into the way. You see what is happening, and you manage
I stomp my foot and flick it away.
And the bolt
You made
just,
me ruin my own shot.
And she looks over Nyne's shoulder at you. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You better be, and then I'll pass my turn.
What the fuck is happening?
That brings Hawthorne up with Karina on deck, unless there's a additional movement you would like to do, Gloria.
I think I probably I would assume, since I was on the ground, I've used all my movement probably coming up here. So
Okay.
I think I'll stay where I am.
Well, you were right below the window. Remember, you had already flown up there.
Great.
So-
I'm gonna leave the window.
Okay.
Just gonna back up.
back it out
I
a
know
little
I'm the
bit.
weak link of the party.
It's not
If
a
I get
terrible
hit,
plan.
I'm just gonna back up,
Not
pouting.
a terrible.
with my arms crossed, still annoyed.
Hawthorne, you're up.
Okay, Hawthorne is gonna get away from Karina. So I just want to reminding, whenever they busted in, did the door completely come off the walls,
Will be
or is there a door on a
No.
hinge?
There's part of a door on a hinge because remember, Gloria used her power to lock it, so they had to physically break part of the door down. So the lower hinge still has like a third of the door there, but it's predominantly splinters
Great.
at this point.
Okay, and we're all in the kitchen. They're all in the kitchen still, right? Nobody's in the bedroom.
No, all of your friends here are in the bedroom along with the vampire.
Okay. And then the bedroom is the one that actually has the door, though, right?
There is a door in there, yeah.
Okay. So Hawthorne will run to the bedroom, leaving Karina, and shut the door behind him. As his first action, he's going to do 2 actions, and then he's going to turn and try and charge at the last vampire, freaked out because Karina's a werewolf, and now he has this thing to fight, and she's coming into this room, and so this is going to be his movement. And whenever he shuts the door, he's literally going to go, "Karina is a werewolf," and then he's going to run headfirst into this lady.
Got it. All right, are you making 2 attacks with frenzy here?
So I guess my first, it wasn't an action to close the door. That's what I was assuming.
No.
Oh, okay. Then yes, I'll do 2 attacks, and I'll do it with my horns as well.
Okay, let's do it. So you run in here, shutting the door behind you, hoping to give yourself just a second longer before werewolf Karina finds you. You make some attack. Oh my god.
That's a 20. I am freaked out beyond belief. My friend is a werewolf and she just tried to bite me. I am like, this has to end. And so I go with all of my rage towards this vampire with a 21.
We had some low rolls in the first half of this game, but now we're getting the explosions. My god. So yes, that is absolutely a success with a raise. So roll me that damage with a raise. So an extra d6, please. Roll it again because that exploded.
16.
That exploded,
Okay,
so
okay.
make sure to re-roll it. So we're currently at 16.
That's another explosion.
Currently at 22. 24.
And that's a 2. So 24.
Oh my god. So again, she has 5 toughness right now. So that is a 19 over. So 1, 2, 3, 4 potential wounds coming her way. I'm going to make some vigor checks.
You got those bennies? You got those bennies?
Not many.
ready?
Not many left. All right, my first attempt is a 5, which won't be enough. Trying again. It's my second to last try. 2 isn't enough. Neither is 3, and I am out of bennies. You come charging in. You pierce her as Nyne had ripped part of her open. You charge from the back. Nyne, you see Hawthorne's horns protruding through her back and out where you have ripped.
I told you.
And as Hawthorne pulls his horns free, she collapsing down onto the ground, reaches into her bag, pulls out what almost looks like a flare, and she slams it into the ground, and a cloud of smoke pours out of it and fills this whole bedroom. Some of it starting to pour out of the window as well. And as... do you all do anything? We are currently, we're going to say, for the...
Are we out of initiative?
Well, actually, let's hold on really quick because we have
I'm
Karina.
just gonna finish killing.
Well,
this
I
bitch.
also had
Still
a
do
second
it.
attack, but
You-
at the same time,
You do,
I didn't did that one because
So,
we
that's true.
did so many wounds.
you do have the second attack, so let's go ahead and
Yeah.
resolve that, actually.
Okay, because I was just like, I was about to stomp on her neck or something, with my last attack, just trying to
Okay.
kill her.
So
in
you
one
stab into
slam.
her, she drops to her knees. You have another attack? Let's do it.
Yeah. That's an 8.
Beats her parry, not with a raise. Go ahead
Parry
and
for-
roll that damage.
Okay. An 8.
An 8 damage, which does beat her current toughness threshold. Okay. So you come in after goring her with your horns, you then deliver a brutal kick to her as she's on the ground, right across her face, and her mask comes a little loose. You hear her jaw crack, and she resets it back into place as the smoke starts to fill this room. Karina, you are up.
Okay, so the door was closed in front of her, right?
Well, you first have to run into the kitchen, and as you run into the kitchen, there is no door leading to it. There's no one in this room. There is a closed door and a lot of noise coming from back there.
She's going to charge for the door, and as far as I am aware, she doesn't have opposable thumbs. So
she does. Yeah, she does.
Oh, she does? She can use the
you're
doorknob?
a werewolf. Yeah, you have humanoid hands.
Sick.
Still.
I was thinking cute little toe beans, but I'll take the
You can
the
have
humanoid
pads
hand.
on there, but you also have a thumb.
Sick. She's going to open the door, and it's full of smoke, correct?
Yeah, smoke just comes billowing out at that moment. You can't see anything in the room, really.
Can she smell anything through the
We've
smoke?
already established this precedent this session, so go ahead and make me a notice check, please.
Okay.
And you have a +2.
+2 -2, so I get a 6.
Well, there is a additional +2 on top of that, I believe. Where'd your +2 come from?
Because I get +2 for, and it just says a notice.
No, you have
modifier.
+2 already from alertness. You also have a +2 for scent notice.
Oh, so it would be 8.
8. That's a success with a raise. Yes, you smell, as you phrased it, beef right in front of you.
Oh, good. She's going to leap for the beef.
Okay, because you cannot...
And I will attempt to bite it.
Because this is heavily obscured as opposed to the partial blindness that the blood gave, this is going to reduce it from a -6 penalty in here to a -2 on your attacks.
Okay.
How many attacks are you making?
Just one.
One attack, okay.
So it'd be an additional -2 to it?
On top of your wounds, yes. Because you
Sick,
are
okay.
relying on smell.
That's a critical failure. She, leaps to try to, jump onto the beef and just misses it.
You leap and crash into the bed, which you just send collapsing under your weight. All of you in the room just hear a snarl and then something heavy impacting and some furniture in here breaking.
Followed by
Karina's in here! Karina!
Wine.
Hawthorne's gonna be pretty much alerting everyone because he knows exactly what the growl is. Karina's here!
Okay, so we are at the end of that round of combat. We have to redraw our cards. Brawk drew a joker.
Oh my god, I'm last again.
It's a 5. You're getting better
Use
each
it
time.
immediately to vomit.
So reminder with a joker. You get +2 on all of your trait rolls this turn, and you can act whenever you want, including in the middle of someone else's turn. So you get first bite at the apple, Brawk. Do you want to go now, or do you want to wait?
I'm waiting.
Okay. Our PC order after that is Gloria got a 9, Hawthorne an 8, Nyne a 6.
She always has a 9.
She got another. And Karina got 5 this time. Valenta, the woman here, she got a jack. So she would go before anyone else. Does that change your answer, Brawk?
No.
Okay. Brawk, could you please make me
No!
a strength check, please?
You could do your turn
Or
instantly,
sure.
whenever you want.
Work sure. I'm sorry, what was it? What was it?
Strength check, please.
Oh, balderdash.
You're looking to beat a 9.
Cannot. There's no way to do it. Absolutely no way to do it.
You can if you... Oh, of course you can. You roll a d4 and a d6. You can explode. But you currently have a 3. Do you want to spend a penny to try again?
I want you to have one.
Tough decisions.
I want this bitch dead.
I'll do one.
Okay, that gives me 1 penny.
A 7.
7 versus the 10. So,
Let's
are
go.
you sticking?
Yeah,
Okay,
let's go.
Gloria,
Belinda.
could you do me a favor? Could you roll me... Doing a little funny business here. Could you roll me a agility check with a -2? What are we sitting at right now?
That's currently a 2.
Okay,
This
I'll let you decide.
feels like it's kind of important. What do
I'll
y'all
let you
think?
decide on whether you re-roll it or not after I narrate what's currently happening.
Okay.
Gloria, you heard the commotion from inside. You saw the vampire in here get gored and kicked, and the smoke start to pour out of the window, obscuring everything. But you catch a flash of movement right at the window, and you see 2 things happen simultaneously. The vampire goes leaping from the window, grabbing onto the exterior wall, and climbs up the wall onto the roof. And at the same time she bursts from the window, you see Brawk start to tumble out of the window as she succeeds on her push on her way out.
I'm probably gonna try to spend a penny to reroll that agility check because I do need to try to save Brawk.
Okay, let's do it.
Still with a -2.
Yes. Just because it's so hard to
Okay,
suddenly go
I'm
running or flying.
I'm gonna spend another one.
Do it. I'll let you know now is a good time to spend them.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a 3.
We're at a 3.
I still have 4 bennies. What do y'all think? Combat's kind of over.
Oh, spend them.
I think I'm just gonna spend. I have 4 left, so I'm just gonna keep
You
going.
spend them.
I
I have
would burn
1 penny.
'em.
You're doing
Burn
great.
'em.
I don't think I can.
But there's
If
the
it's a
crit
critical
failure.
failure?
Well, you're not. Actually, you can, because you're not spending the Benny to re-roll that. You're spending the
Oh, I'm
Benny to
re-rolling the
re-roll
one
the
before.
initial
Okay, cool.
roll.
Yeah.
So you
That's
can
fair.
get a
I'm
crit
gonna
failure on this.
keep going.
Okay, keep going.
Stressful, y'all.
I love bennies. They're so fun. There it is.
Thank goodness. I like to think of it as Gloria because I am very clumsy. I see the thing and then I'm like, there's a vampire. And I'm still so annoyed at her. There's like a small part of me that's like, should I? No, I definitely need to get Brawk. And so then I'm gonna dive down to try to get you, Brawk.
Brawk, before Gloria does what she does, as you feel yourself start to tumble out of the window, do you say anything, yell anything, do anything?
Just the imminent sound of vomit.
Don't you dare throw up on my dress. Don't you dare.
You dart down, Gloria, and you manage to swoop and not catch him into your arms, but you manage to catch him enough that you can lower Brawk to the ground rather than having him hit and take 2d6 plus 2 damage from falling, as you manage to save him. And as you look up towards the roof, you see that vampire, her hands digging into the brick of the chimney here as she looks down at the two of you. You think your precious little church can keep you safe? She'll burn down Vallaki to get to you and kill the rest of these stinking vermin to force you out. And she gives you one final sneer, and she runs behind the...
Your hair doesn't even look pretty. You, like, even with all that sleep, it's not working for you.
As you shout this, she runs, and take a Benny. She runs behind the chimney, and you don't see her emerge. Those of you inside, the smoke begins to clear. And as it does, Hawthorne and Nyne. Nyne, for the first time, you see what it was that made that crashing sound, as you see untangling itself from the wreck of the bed in this bedroom, with ripped pieces of familiar clothing still attached in places, a large, snarling werewolf. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Can we just play a little bit longer?
We've already gone a little bit late. I'm trying to respect our time. I would keep playing forever to see what you all do in this situation, but that's what the next episode is for. So speaking of, thank you all so much for being here for this session. I believe I misspoke. Oh no, it is session 34 of City of the Crimson Tower. Thank you all so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, please follow along if you really enjoyed it. Subbing is always appreciated, but never required. Before we go anywhere, don't go anywhere, because we're going to raid so that we can pass the love on to another TTRPG channel, and I want to give these wonderful people an opportunity to let you know where you can find them outside of here. So, Matty.
Oh, good. I gotta go first in something, because it's not combat.
I'm sorry.
How dare. You can find me on Instagram under Mithril Cosplays. You can also find me in Ethan's other game, The Lord of Sins, where I'm in a lot of trouble there too.
Back.
It's going great, y'all. So yeah, check me out there, or come check out my cosplay on Mithril Cosplays. See what I'm making.
Mav.
Hey everyone, it's Fred Black on the internet. I am in constant battle with werewolves, vampires. I'm always in a state of peril, but not here. I'm always having a great time. You can find me here on DigitalClubhouseTV, here on Twitch. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be playing Alan Wake 2. I'm going to be playing Dispatch, because I'm taking a break from Alan Wake 2. I'm going to play Dispatch, the brand new game that's coming out. I variety streamer. I stream on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays with the boys. So love your faces. Have a great time. And I'm also in all the games. Not all of them, but I'm all in the games of this current year.
That's true. Lauren.
Hi guys, I'm Lauren, the other half of 1,000 Pieces Cosplay. I'm out there doing cosplay and modeling shenaniganry. I'm restructuring some sites and making things all pretty and nice and tucked and neat. And I'm also streaming, mostly point and click, Nancy Drew adjacent adventures. So if you're into that, come and hang out with me. It's a good time. It's a vibe. We try to keep it calm while having all the anxiety of someone being hunted for sport. Relatable. Stop on by. We'll be at Etchy Expo next weekend. Not this one, but the one after.
True. In San Antonio, if you're around. Sally.
Oh, that's me. Hi, you guys. I'm SallyQuinnCreations. You can find me everywhere, SallyQuinnCreations. We are doing a raffle of awesome canvases this month, so make sure you come by and say hi. We're going to be doing Christmas stuff. And at the moment, if you raise a certain amount of money, I'll paint both Lauren and myself on the same day. You all
crap.
push for it. Y'all push for it all the time. And
That's
I'm like, you know what?
huge
No.
job. Sub to that.
I
man.
know.
It's a lot.
I know. But yeah, so thank you so much, Ethan, for a great time.
And Anna Margaret.
Hello. You can find me everywhere online at It's Anna Margaret, and I will tease something fun. I am going to be DMing a D&D game with an NFL team. And so that's going to be filmed in 2 weeks and will be on their YouTube channel. And so, spoilers, it is the Chiefs, and I'll be posting more about that in the next 2 weeks. And so expect a lot of fun football D&D adjacent content from me because I'm really excited and nervous, and it should be really fun.
We have to get the slightly oval-shaped item.
You know it. I already bounced my D&D plan off of Ethan, and so I'm super excited. It should be really fun. The football players are also really excited. So yeah, they're like, we're gonna be the first NFL team to have an actual play, and I'm like, yeah, you will. So let's go. So we'll film that in 2 weeks, and that'll be on their YouTube channel within the month, and I'll make sure to share it when it goes live.
So cool. My name is Ethan. You can find me everywhere as the Buff DM and as the other half of Thousand Faces Cosplay. I am the forever DM on Go Buff Yourself. So if you enjoyed this and you want to hear episodes with even more music, sound effects, and less dead time, unless we mean like character dead time, because that does happen, please check that out. We also have a Patreon, $5 if you want to check that out. I need to upload some more behind-the-scenes content on there. No pressure, but it's there. Now, with all that said, let's go
check
ahead
it out.
and get this raid going. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for playing this game and telling the story and making it as amazing as you do. Until we see you all next time, friends, which I think will be this Saturday for the Wild Beyond. I'll double-check that. But take care of yourselves, be good, keep your eyes open for a future project next year. Under the Crooked Moon, a new actual play coming to the channel. So check that out. Until we see you, be good to yourselves. You deserve being good too. And go buff yourselves. Bye, y'all.